start with the definitions and concepts which are in the unit 1, the Companies Act 2013. In that we are having first one, associate company, section 2 subsection 6. So what is associate company? First we need to know holding company. You might have heard in your 11th 12th standard what is holding company. Holding company is a company which hold more than 51% of shares in any company. The company which holds more than 50% of shares or share capital is known as holding company. So holding company can be of two types here. You can see it in a chart that holding company is one which have 50% of investment in share capital, or the holding company can be 20% less, more than 20% or 20% of share capital, and also have a business decision making under agreement. So here you can see that what do you mean by holding company. Again, holding company are of two types, in that 50% and more than 20%. So if any company is holding more than 51% of shares in any company, it can be called as a subsidiary company. And if any company is holding more than 20% but less than 50%, it is known as associate company. But associate company is also having your rights to make business decisions along with the 20% share capital investment. So associate company in relation to another company, if we see, that means a company in which that other company has significant influence. Other company has influence. Influence means कुछ power है उसके ऊपर, that is influence, but which is not a subsidiary company. It is not called a subsidiary company. Why? Because subsidiary company holds more than 51% of shares. But here in associate company it's hold more than 20 but less than 50%. So you can only say it as a significant influence but not a subsidiary company. Having such influence, it includes a joint venture company. Joint venture company can also be called as a associate company. So for this purpose, explanation has been given to you below, that any company having significant influence means at least 20% of the total voting power, or control of participation in business decision under any agreement. It means the associate company is having the power to take part in the decision making as per the agreement whatever they have done in the beginning period of time. Secondly, again, the joint venture companies are also called as associate company. Why? Because they are in joint agreement. Both the parties, both the companies are in joint agreement. Both are having rights to use the net assets in an agreed manner. So you can say any joint venture company is also known as a associate company. Now we will have a look at example of associate company. Let us assume a company. A is a name. You can take any example. A company private limited. Below are assumptive list of shareholders of the company. So you can just see a table given below. Here list of shareholders of A private limited company. A is one company, private limited company, and in A company these are the shareholders which have invested in A firm. A company के अंदर ये सभी कौन है? shareholders है. In this A company, B, C and D have invested their capital in A company. So here B Limited has invested 21% of shares in A company. C Private Limited has invested 18% of share capital in shares in A Limited, and D Private Limited has invested 17% in A Limited. So from this table you can say that which of the firm or which of the company is the associate company of A Limited. Obviously here B Private Limited is a associate company of B Private Limited. Why? Because B Limited has 21% of shares held in A company. Why? Because 20 or more than 20 will always be called as a associate company over here. So now A is associate company of B. A is holding, or B is holding 21% of shares in the A company. That's why it is called as a associate company. The answer is obviously A Private Limited is an associate company for B Limited, as B Limited is holding 21% of shares of A Private Limited. So we can conclude here. Now we can take a real example of which are the holding companies in today's market. Mahindra and Mahindra Limited has Tech Mahindra Limited as its associate company with 26.04% holdings. So Mahindra and Mahindra is a parent company which holds in Tech Mahindra 26.04%. So the main company is a parent company. The parent company is holding more than 20% but less than 50% of shareholdings in the associate company. So here the main company is parent company is holding more than 20 but less than 50%. It will be called as an associate company of Tech Mahindra. Okay, like Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, there are many such examples we can quote. Here parent company act as a minority active investors. Here parent company only has a minority interest because only 26.4% holdings are there, whose ownership is associate company is 20% or more than 20 but less than 50%. Right now we have gone through that point. But here in a parent company here cannot control the Tech Mahindra in day-to-day business activities. Only they have a minority of shares invested in Tech Mahindra, but here Mahindra and Mahindra are not having, the company is not having the right to control the Tech Mahindra day-to-day business activities. Okay, thank you. Thank you all. We'll continue in the next session. Thank you. We'll soon meet again.